Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Ready.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The kick is good.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? Just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
70 Lions. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw here. short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First and 10.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
25 yards there on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
70 Ranger. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hawkinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Riker, the kickoff for the Vikings.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jake Elliott to kick
Now
off
after the
Philadelphia.
touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Finds his man. He'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, switch.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Come on. 6, 19.
They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And the Vikings,
they'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete. Well, the Vikings hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he has another 1st down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
Vikings.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready, go.
Back to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Dickinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
19 Lions. Viking 18.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
2nd and 4. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A beautiful fake. Now he's loose again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The kick is
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Come on, set.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Brighton, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Zach Baum there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. Complete. Jefferson to target. Down the left sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 48 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after try forthcoming.
The extra point.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Cardinals. Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go. Panther 60.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The kick is good.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead.
21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
18 Rattler.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. A solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Brings up 3rd down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game.
You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown. And the final play of the first half, the prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Cougar 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
12 yards.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Let's go. Warriors 70, Viking 18.
They're going to try and throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tag. Bronco 80.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 36 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Eagles 42, Vikings 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
Running left, it's Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Back to throw here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
70 Timberwolves.
Now back to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Mustang 19. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Vikings, first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Blitz again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That's another.
Now they'll change things up.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Trap 60. Trap. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ready. Set.
Second and 10.
Come on. Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, 29 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 39. Clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum on the field.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing.
Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 28. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
On the set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Here we go, here we go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Go.
Start things out. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
First down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go. Start. Let's go.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Vikings.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they're always talking about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 40 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Come on.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Vikings 36.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They find some open field here. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
His kick is good.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
36.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Here we
The
go.
Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll get in. And they're going to drive themselves 2 points closer.
Eagles 64, Vikings 44.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them,
And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ready? 19, start.
Here's a give to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Let's go.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 47 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history.
44. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
At the 1-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 228 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Eagles.